Alright, it's pretty late over here, but the game concluded about an hour or so ago. Actually, about an hour and a half, and I was playing some games, so I didn't make a video immediately, but I guess it's time to do it, and what a game. Um, well, toughly played by both sides. Both sides were going all out in this one. Nobody gave up, and at the end of the day, Lakers are on top, 99 to 91 in overtime. So there was some pretty good defense in this game for the most part. There wasn't a lot of scoring. Early on, the Lakers were struggling. They weren't hitting their shots. Turkoglu was destroying them. Turkoglu had a huge game. Dwight Howard was destroying them on the boards and blocking everything in sight. So the Magic started out real well, and then slowly the Lakers climbed back into it. Ariza woke up. Ariza just started lighting things on fire early in the second half. He ended up with 16 points on 3 of 4 shooting from behind the three-point line, 6 of 14 overall, 9 boards, 2 dimes, 2 steals. So Ariza, that's the Trevor Ariza I've been wanting to see this whole series, and he showed up yesterday. So big credit to him. He was awesome. Pau Gasol with the 2010, 16 points, 10 boards. So that's solid. Again, I think he's capable of better, but I'll take that. Bynum actually got some crunch time minutes here, but once again he got into foul trouble, and really every Laker seemed to get into some foul trouble. Bynum, Fisher, I think, Gasol had early fouls, Odom had early fouls. There were a lot of fouls going in this game, and really Orlando did get the calls in this game. They shot 37 free throws to LA's 20, so they were getting the calls, but they couldn't take advantage because they were terrible at shooting free throws tonight. It was bad. So Bynum, not too much of an impact, 6 points and 2 boards. It's whatever. But Odom, not great, 9 points, 5 boards. He got in foul trouble. He did have some positive impacts on the game, and he did do some good things, but not his usual type of performance. Luke Walton, off the bench, 6 points, hitting a couple shots, getting to the line a couple times. Nice game by Walton. He had a good impact in the 11 minutes that he played. But we got to get to the 2 big guys of the game from the LA side. Kobe did not shoot well, 11 of 31, 2 of 6 from behind the arc, but he did end up with 32 points, so he got his points. It took him a lot of shots, and he was terribly inefficient, but he was able to survive by getting to the free throw line, 8 of 8, 7 boards, 8 dimes, a steal and a block, and 3 turnovers, which is a little better than what he's been doing so far this series. Derek Fisher. A lot of us were wondering why he's still playing. He was stinking it up for a little while there, but when they needed it, he was having a terrible game, but when they needed it, he hit the 3 to tie it and the 3 to pretty much put the dagger in the Orlando Magic. So he came up with 2 of the biggest shots in this game. 12 points, 4 boards, a dime, and 2 steals. Did not turn it over. So Fisher, I think he's got something like a 10-point per game average this series. So I'll totally take that from Fisher. So, again, I don't think this was the perfect game from LA. I think Kobe probably shot too much. I don't think Gasol got enough shots, really. I think Odom probably should have gotten into the action a little more, but they played solid. They overcame some shortcomings that they had, and they won. So they took care of business. They're up 3-1, and it's looking like a Los Angeles kind of year. But as for the Magic, they did blow it. It was a back and forth game. They had a big lead. They fell down by 6, and near the end I think they took a lead of like 5 points or something, and They looked like they were going to put it away, but LA kept making plays. I mean, some of these players on the Magic played great. Turkoglu played awesome. He made himself some money this offseason tonight. 25 points, 5 boards, 3 dimes, only 1 turnover in 41 minutes. But 8 of 13 from the free throw line. That's troublesome, and that ended up being a huge reason why Orlando lost. Orlando as a team shot 59% from the free throw line, which is terrible. I mean, Dwight Howard shoots that percentage from the free throw line on a day-to-day basis. So you got to give ups to a guy like Turkoglu, even though he did miss the free throws. He played hard and played well. Howard, 21 rebounds. That's a man type of game. 9 blocks, which is ridiculous, a finals record. But you know, Howard's goal should be to be the best big man in the game, and I'd argue that he already is. But if he wants to be that, he needs to become better offensively. And when I look at this stat line, it's really good, but 16 points, 7 turnovers, 5 of 12 from the field, even though all the shots he takes are inside of 10 feet from the bucket, and 6 of 14 from the free throw line. And you know, you look back at this game, that's why this happened. What else? Where was Courtney Lee? I like Courtney Lee. Why? I think he should get more minutes. I would have liked to have seen more of Courtney Lee. I think he got into early foul trouble and then they just abandoned him. I don't get it. What else? Alston. I thought Alston was playing okay. He wasn't shooting great, but he was making some shots. He was getting his points. You know, he wasn't playing amazing or anything, but he was doing some positive things. And near the end of the game, when things were getting tight, Jameer Nelson was getting all the minutes, and that confused me at the time. And Jameer Nelson made some terrible plays in this game that ended up killing the team. You know, he played terrible defense on that, terrible defense on Derek Fisher when Fisher shot the game-tying 3. So I don't know, but I mean, Nelson's a great player, but he's not cut out for this series, and he needs to get out of there. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Pietrus, solid effort from him, 15 points, 6 of 7 from the line, so he was very active out there. He might get suspended for Game 5. I kind of hope he doesn't, but at the same time, he totally deserves to, based off what he did to Pau Gasol. He totally deserves to get suspended for the next game. Redick was doing some good things out there. He made a 3-point play and hit a 3-pointer, so that's not too bad. So I got to give credit to JJ Redick. I kind of liked what I saw from him out there, but this Magic team blew an opportunity because Turkoglu and Howard couldn't hit free throws. That's what it comes down to. That's simple execution. The Lakers aren't playing defense on free throws. It's them, and they didn't do it. So Magic played tough, and in some aspects they played well, but all that matters right now is LA is up 3-1. Looking ahead to Game 5, the Magic may not have Pietrus, which could be disastrous. And, you know, I don't know, but it was a great game. Went to overtime. Ups to, you know, the Laker team, because it really looked like that game was over, but they just did not give up. You know, Fisher hitting the clutch shots, Kobe closing the game out at the end, Ariza playing great in the second half, hitting those threes, hitting those shots. So great team effort all around, and we got a couple days until Game 5, so I'll get to that in a timely fashion. So see you guys later. What a finals.